illuminating your path into the ever evolving world of data through inspiring stories, actionable career strategies, and insights from industry professionals right here on the Starlight Podium. And I have actually spoken to many who are from a non-technical background, like who do not even have like a bachelor's degree in computer science or engineering, for that matter. They are very interested in coming to the US to pursue a career in analytics. What is the advice you would give to such individuals who want to still pursue a career despite these education barriers?
I did have a few friends in my master's program who came from non-technical backgrounds, and like they were able to find a job. So definitely it's not impossible. Like the work that they have done before, there are a bunch of transferable skills that you can talk about with the interviewer that I have done, so it will be transferable to this job in this way. So that is one big plus. And two is, again, they did a lot of projects which helped them develop that skill set. Even the coding skill set or the communication skills, all of that stuff can be actually developed if you do more projects. So like one, that is the biggest piece of advice that I can give, that do as many projects as you can. That will really help you expand your horizon and think holistically about how a data problem comes in, how you want to do cleaning, the analysis, or the model building, and everything around that.
Hmm. But from their experience, did they face any kind of steep learning curve compared to someone who was coming from a related background, right? Like computer science? Like maybe, for example, someone coming from a computer science background may have some idea of coding compared.
Yeah, coding is a big, yeah, definitely. There would be a steep learning curve for coding, but I mean, it can be learned. Like I have seen this before with people with non-technical backgrounds as well, that they were able to get on top of it eventually. So it will take some extra time, but you can learn that skill set.
All right. And in terms of, again, I mentioned coding as one part, but I think the second part that many people dread, okay, is more on the lines of the mathematics that is involved in analytics, right? Or like I think this component is more on the science, on the line of data science. So again, I don't
Yeah.
know if you've had such peers or some of your college mates itself who were in those fields. But did you do you know if they experienced those challenges when trying to cope up with these subjects, especially from someone who is coming from a non-math or a non-relatable background?
So I think the coding barrier is the biggest. I mean, with math as well, there are a few challenges, of course. But I think if you can get through the coding barrier, because it takes a little bit of time to understand the language and how it actually works. So more or less, I would say like coding is the bigger barrier as compared to math. Like math also, it takes a little bit of time. But yeah, I've seen that coding is a bigger barrier in that case.
And from your experience, did you face any such challenge? Like any subject that you felt was little tricky to learn?
Yeah, there were easy subjects and there were difficult subjects. Like with math, like math heavy subjects, it was a little bit challenging for me as well. But yeah, in general, like it depends.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, it depends on that person's aptitude and comfort with
Yes.
numbers. I mean, yeah, so yes, one thing I could definitely think of, and what I do recommend to even people is if they are going to pursue analytics abroad or they're going for masters, like one thing I always recommend is do some kind of Python course or some kind of coding course before you go. Maybe if you're doing some different coding over there, it's fine, but at least get some knowledge of coding before you go there. Otherwise, it will be a big shock. If you found this video helpful, make sure to explore this channel for more such interesting conversations from in-depth interviews conducted on this podcast and subscribe to stay connected with the latest content.